What did I tell you about Fatal Frame? Do you remember what I said about Fatal Frame? People ain't listening to me. Do you remember? What did I tell you about? Okay, I can't do this. I can't do this, man. Idaha's way too nice. She's a sweetheart. We can't do her like that. Baron Bunny, what did I tell you about Fatal Frame? Do you remember? Do you remember? What did I tell you? In case any of you missed it, I'm gonna run it back for you one more time so you can know exactly what the hell I said. You want there to be more games, you want this release to do well, then just support it. If you want them to continue to make more, we have to support that. We have to show them that there is interest, that there is still an audience for this. This is a niche series. You not buying it is not going to change their mind and say, you know what, this didn't sell well because there wasn't a physical release. So I know we lost money, but we need to do that thing again, and then we'll get it right next time. That's not gonna happen. There won't be a next time. I'm gonna get this out of the way right now, out the gate. No intro for this video. The reason why is because this is important, and it is the fact that we are getting Western releases across all platforms for Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, and I could not be happier. It's a little surprising after, some information that's been going around lately. But at the same time, what did I tell you guys? I said if you support this, which you damn sure did, and shout out to everyone that purchased that remaster, because we pushed some units and we showed them there is still an audience for this game. That is what we showed them. And that is what I wanted to show them in the first place. And here we are again, 2022, with the announcement of Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse finally being released to the West. A game that never came stateside. A game that never hit European audiences. This is absolutely great. In case you're new here, I'm Ryofu, and this is the Gaming Harbinger. The Gaming Harbinger is pretty much all about video game news and anime news. I also do anime reviews. Lately, I've been covering quite a few conventions that I've attended, and it's been a lot of fun in regards to showing Tecmo and Nintendo that there is still an audience for this game. I just want to say, I understand some of you may want the racy costumes and whatnot. You want the perfect scenario. You want there to be DLC and a limited edition, that everything's physical. Everybody has an opportunity to get exactly the version of the game they want. I'm sorry. This is a niche series. So what you want to do is support the game now. That's what you want to do. You want to support the game now. You don't want to support the game 5 years from now or 10 years from now. Oh, finally, they released it physical. Now I can support it. Wonderful. No, it's not. It doesn't work like that. It's not going to work like that. I'm telling you right now. This is the time to support it. This is the time. There is a strong possibility we are going to get digital releases yet again. For the small amount of people on my channel that aren't familiar, Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse originally came out on the Wii in 2008, but was never released in Western territories. Some amazing and brilliant lads made an English subtitle patch for the game at no cost. They did accept donations, which I obliged. You had to buy a used Japanese game and download this patch on a USB and run the software from the USB. This wizardry was incredible. I felt very compelled to donate to this because I was blown away how well they did on it. The only problem was when there were updates, they sometimes had to make some adjustments to the code. So going back and forth, probably I want to say the third time we got an update on the Wii and it kind of messed up the English patch. I had to wait for them to do a fix, and then eventually it was back to business. But when it happened that third time and they got it up and running again, I was like, you know what? Goodbye to Wii online connectivity. It's done. And I'm being dead ass. Like, I just said, you know what? There isn't too much I'm crazy about on the Wii, so I'm gonna just take this L here, and I want to be able to play Mask of the Lunar Eclipse anytime I want. So the system is just gonna go offline forever. And yeah, that's what happened. And there's been some sporadic moments here and there where I've dabbled and played the game a little bit, recorded some footage, which unfortunately the footage I can get from this game is very limited because the way I have to do it, like, it overheats, whatever. boring stuff, who cares about that? But anyways, you get what I'm saying. So my first time playing through the game, I honestly thought overall solid entry, but I was like, it's relying too heavily on jump scares. To be honest with you, as much as I like horror games, as much as I like this genre, I'm not really a fan of jump scares because I feel like they're kind of like parlor tricks. It's really cheap and generic. I like you to build up tension, which for the most part, that is what Fatal Frame has always had. They always had tension and mood and built up to something until you're just you're stuck in absolute dread, as opposed to just like, da-da, oh, I got you, didn't I? Oh, here comes another one, got you again, haha. Isn't this scary? That's meaningless. Then, like, I want to say maybe a year and a half ago, I played it a second time, and my impressions were slightly different. Instead, I was like, whoa, the sounds of all the ghosts, they sound creepier and scarier than the sounds I heard in Maiden of Black Water. Now, I'm just going to say this now and be completely honest. I think Maiden of Black Water and Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, in terms of story, I think they're pretty equal. But I don't think everyone agrees with me on that in terms of the fans. And I think most people think Mask of the Lunar Eclipse has a better story, and that's, you know, that's debatable. It depends on what kind of story appeals to you. And by the way, though, I think it's important to note that Mask of the Lunar Eclipse is the highest selling Fatal Frame game of all time, or at least as of right now. And I will say this, that means something. So obviously, a lot of people clamored for this. A lot of people were into this, and it didn't even go everywhere. That's what's crazy. And it was still the highest selling Fatal Frame game. That means something. It's important to note. So I think it's a really, really awesome that we are finally getting this. So as of right now, all we know is that we're getting a bump in resolution. There's gonna be the photo mode that came from Maiden of Black Water Remaster. That's gonna be back. And there's gonna be some alternative costumes. Aside from that, that's gonna be about it. And it's gonna be on all platforms coming out in 2023, early 2023. That is essentially all we know right now. I'm sure we'll learn more as maybe we get to the end of the year, but I don't think much else will change. And of course, like I gave you the heads up on, come on, man. Yeah, it's gonna be digital only. Just a hunch, just a hunch. But you know what? I don't care. And I mean, I know some people will not like me saying that. That is okay. That is fine. But I think it would be good for you to just give in. Give in and buy the damn thing. Buy the remaster of Maiden of Black Water. You know you want to get it. You want to play it. And then get this game that you never got a chance to play. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And first of all, did you get a chance to play the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse? And if you did not, you have to be excited about this release. This has to be pretty cool to you, right? Right? Yes. Anyways, like I told you before, I'm going to continue to cover anything Fatal Frame related I come across. I'll keep you posted on this. And as always, until next time, I'll see you in the next video.